I guess I'll just go through kind of what I am definitely willing to do and what some people have said they wanted from this. So I plan to share broadly to the DAO this board, a Google Doc kind of outlining and summarizing kind of what we've done. I think that maybe that could live on Charmverse. I don't know if that lives as a doc or if it lives as kind of a page. I'll leave that up to you guys. And then I'm going to give raw anonymized data, probably on Charmverse, probably not into the DAO. I don't want an open link, maybe there. Any questions, concerns, ideas?
No, I think it can live as both. Eventually, as the result can live as a Google Doc, as a part of the documentation, I think, and it should probably live in Charmverse as work in progress. How did we come to a certain resolve? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
So ideal deliverables, a one sentence mission. That's definitely going to happen today. One sentence vision, maybe, maybe not. Depends on what we get through. A manifesto, I like that. I'm not sure if anybody here wrote that, but I appreciate it. Distributed culture is interesting. Did anybody here write that one?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Okay. And did anybody write brand triangle? Again, these are not completely like, I didn't remove a lot of stuff, I guess. Okay, Stella, tell me what you think or what you mean by brand triangle.
Okay, so brand triangle in the sense of usually 3 descriptive keywords that that have like this. I can show you what we did for Alana, but essentially it's 3 descriptive keywords that summarize on point of what you're all about, right? Kind of like how a lot of like old traditional companies always want to be innovative, and then they put that on your triangle and it just won't fit because they're just not innovative. So there's a process to come to that very organically to ensure that this is not happening, but essentially it helps others to grasp like in a very short time what you're about and what you're trying to do, and also how to adapt certain resources, right? So if we're thinking of like branded visuals, if you have those 3 keywords, adapting them is really, really easy. If you don't have them, it might be more of a struggle. But we can make this a second part or, an extension at some point. It doesn't have to happen today.
Sure. Okay. Somebody had mentioned an NFT certificate. Was that anybody that in here that said that?
It probably might have been me. I don't know
Okay.
specifically. And I can't expand on it because I'm not positive it was me.
That's
but
okay.
It sounds like something
It's something that we collectively could do if we're done. I think that we probably should get consensus on that. But I like
Is that for today? Is that where that came from? I guess is a better question. Or is that overall?
Say it again.
Are we talking about a certificate for today's event, or are we talking about a certificate overall for our vision and mission statement?
Yeah, I imagine it was kind of maybe participatory, which I was going to say it might be interesting. I like the idea of getting badges for doing things, and it would show us using Unlock potentially. Just an idea. So,
yeah, no. I mean, it makes sense to do something for Arbitrum. Boom.
I'm all down for us commemorating anything that we do as a group, even if it's minor, with a certificate. Go ahead, Sal.
Man, this is what community artifacts are for, bitches. So we should get one for this event.
That sounds good. Cool. So then the last piece is there's this idea of like static dog versus living, but those both suggest the idea, or like in the survey that you guys gave, they both suggest the idea of revisiting what has happened. And so then I think the only point would be to say like how long between revisiting. I think generally the idea of living doc means more often and kind of ad hoc if necessary. Static revisitation is probably like 3-6 months. So Angela, 6 months. I think at least for this first one, 6 months is a great idea. Cool.
Documentation is now also a little bit easier because we have Toby. So whenever we have a piece of documentation and, you're not Angela or Danny and you don't want to do the whole GitHub figuring out how to upload shit, then we can just send this off to Toby and he will implement it.
Okay. I'm not familiar with Toby. You'll have to tell me.
Yeah, long live the Toby.
Cool. I think SOPs may be a bit of a stretch for now, but I think that is definitely something that could live in this document for sure. Cool. So is everyone familiar with Miro?
Nope. But it looks like Figma.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. On the left, we're mainly going to be using sticky notes or text boxes. If you're struggling to not grab something, that means you're not using the select thing. For this workshop we're recording, make sure that you're giving your specific feelings, thoughts, ideas. Don't speak for other people. I will primarily be facilitating within discussions, but when we have portions where it's generating a bunch of stuff, I will also participate. This kind of weird dual role of facilitating versus being a participatory member. Yeah. So the first thing that we're going to do, if everyone can come to sort of my cursor.
What do I do if I cannot access it?
That is a very good question. Germany. I'm trying to remember.
Lana, yeah, I have the same problem, just it doesn't load for me at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It just keeps spinning, but eventually it doesn't load, so.
Lana, where are you physically located?
Command-Shift-R.
Command-Shift-R, okay.
On the page and see if that helps.
Are you loading the page and you can't see anything, or the page's not loading at all? Because you might need to zoom out a little bit if that's.
No, it's not. It's really not loading, Danny, at all. And I also have, kind of decent internet, but this part is just not working for some reason.
Maybe you mind sharing your screen? Let's see what you're seeing.
Yes, okay.
Maybe that.
IT troubleshooting. Let's give it a go. Everyone look at my screen and look at your own faces at the same time. This is what I got for you. So Shift R, right? So it does this part, but then nothing.
I really can't see your screen. Can anyone else see her screen?
I can. I just see a blank screen, and I'm assuming that's what you're seeing too. Okay, are you clicked on the link that he put in the chat here, or you clicked on the link that was from the calendar invite? Because I clicked on the link from the calendar invite.
Was it not full? One of them.
Okay.
Maybe
more is happening, guys. More is happening.
Was this what you were seeing before or not? Because the other one looked like it was just a generic thing. It said just app dashboard and that was it.
Yeah, but it's still not loading. So it's trying to load, but it's not. Shit.
It's weird because I don't even see your screen. I only see this S, which is like your icon from Google. That's all I see. I don't even see your screen.
Does this help?
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, I see it now. Okay.
It shows me that you're in here too.
it wasn't showing that she was in here before, though. Was it?
Yeah, because I don't think it was. That's so bizarre.
Is it showing Lana?
Lana said, lol, I
No.
did that reset, but in this meeting.
Lana is in here too. She's at the same spot you are.
Maybe I have to come back. Maybe I just close the browser for
Mine
a
looks-
second and come back. Lana, yes?
Mine looks just like yours, Stella. It was just I did the Command R thing that Angela said, but I was in the wrong screen and it just reset the meeting.
Right.
That's hilarious. Well, yeah. So I don't know. What do we do now, Alex?
It looks like it's loading, but it's not really loading completely.
No.
That's what it looks like. Okay, so you copied the link in the chat, and did you get to log in?
I just tried a new link just in case. It's something weird on the Miro end in terms of links.
Yeah. What route? Oh man, you're using Chrome too. I don't know. This is bizarre. I'm like looking to see if it's blocked in any specific country. I don't think it is.
Also, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna cop to a different browser and try to see if it's gonna work for me. And it looks like it is working so far.
Okay. I love it that we still have to figure out this kind of technical stuff when it should be so seamless and easy and accessible and, you know, designed for the user with the user in mind. Sorry.
It should be. Oh man, I'm trying to think of like ways to make this happen. What do you mean a shortcut for Zoom?
Without hitting the button. Like I can't zoom in and out unless I hit the zoom in and out button. I know if there's a shortcut.
You can actually try to pinch on your scroll board on your laptop.
Yeah,
like
it's not
try to
working on
pinch
my on my I won't explain it. My computer setup's wacky, so I'll just use that. I thought maybe there was a shortcut.
What you could do is you can click on my.
I got it.
Oh,
I got
it. I'm in.
Okay.
Yay!
Woo!
Yeah. It's a command.
Just
it's a command thing that's
in there.
You know, the people who are living and breathing Web3 tech every day and then Miro gives them trouble. I find it hilarious. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's go.
All right.
Pulled by Web 2.
Lana, are you in?
No, it's still loading.
So
but I have faith.
Here's what I did. I just got out of Google Chrome. So instead I opened this in Brave browser and for some reason it worked. Beats me.
Okay. I'm gonna try.
Well, you'll take what you can get.
I mean, it might be it might take a lot of GPU to render or something.
Maybe. But it's not a heavy file, I think. Is it?
Yeah.
Not yet, anyway.
Alex is like, we're going to make this a heavy file.
I've been here before.
Don't you worry.
I've done one of these. I know how this goes.
All right. Well, then we will get started. And Lana, if you can't get in, we will just add your stuff before we review.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we got to share screen so that she can see.
Yep. Okay. So just a general concept of what a mission is, right? It's what purpose the unlocked DAO is fulfilling and for whom or what. So it's really hard to say, like, you know, what that is off the jump. So I've broken it down to kind of core pieces of what a mission statement might be or might look like. And so we're going to fill in these pieces, right? So the Unlocked DAO is a group of who we are, and we provide some sort of value by doing some sort of thing that provides that value so that we, or so that some group of people can achieve something, right? So we're just going to go piece by piece. And I've kind of put your guys's responses to some of these things nearby what we're doing. That way you can kind of grab kind of pieces of interest or keywords that you guys have suggested, kind of grabbing from your own historical experience as well as kind of where you would like to see things go, right? Any questions on that? Okay, so we're going to get into these sticky notes. And the way that you work in these is you just tap in one and you can start writing it, and then hit tab and it'll create another one. So the idea here is to create like single succinct concepts rather than kind of super long paragraphs, which I've tried to do for some of these, but some of them are so long they actually really need the context. But for this, I think the more specific, the better. So yeah, so go ahead and get in and start writing who we are. And that shouldn't take too long. So you have to have premium to do the timer. All right, I'm gonna set a timer on my phone. Let's take like 5 minutes. I feel like we should be able to generate who we are within 5 minutes. That can be your profession. That can be kind of what you do in an industry, what you're interested in, etc. This is kind of open. So we're gonna go really, really wide, and then we're gonna kind of pare it down.
Wait, Alex, one question.
Yeah.
So like who we are as who I think we are as a group?
As the DAO, yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, okay, then I understood correctly. Okay, good.
How come I can't drag the sticky I made? No.
Where are you?
I'm like way over here. I don't know why I put the sticky like way over, but I can't even drag it.
I can drag it. I think maybe somebody else had control of it.
Oh, that was weird. Okay.
Yeah, you can't edit a thing that somebody else is in. But can you edit it now?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, Lana, if you want to...
I got in on Safari.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, cool. So yeah, and then they're color-coded, Danny, so I can fix that for you after you write in there. All right, so we got like 4 minutes left for who we are. If we're finished, just kind of stop moving and we'll go from there. All right, I feel like people kind of stop working. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So then we'll just go to the next piece. So value provided. We might need to discuss this a little bit. What does everyone feel like that means, specifically in the context of kind of who we are and what we do, if you will? Because what we do is more like how that value is provided.
Got it.
I'm going to start calling on people. So how would you describe value? Like, or give an example, I guess, just to make sure everyone can like fulfill this prompt in the same way.
I mean, right now we're not differentiating ourselves too far from the protocol. So I wonder if there's like a lot of overlap with what the protocol does and what we are intending to bring more exposure maybe to, you know? So yeah, like if the value provides like empowering technology for creators, builders, and developers, then I think we're also doing that. Just we are doing it from the other side. So Unlock Labs is developing the technology. Our intention is to bring more spotlight on that technology and make it like more known. That makes sense.
Also, we could also be doing the development and
We could
stuff like Stella, like you want this, whatever the platform is you want. It's like that's something that the DAO could either like actively seek out to have someone build on our behalf or to partner with. So I think too, it's like we can also think of it as because at some point Unlock Labs like are going to be doing X, but the DAO might want to do a bunch of other stuff. So it's all one because that's also typical in DAOs. It's like all one group. Technically, Unlock Labs is a contributing DAO member.
Yeah, I would say that that's a pretty great statement. So think about what it means to be within the DAO, what that provides you. That might help give some idea about that value. There's some statements about how you'd like to contribute. You could think about what value that contribution would provide either the DAO or a specific member, or even labs or the protocol itself, right? So this idea is really to go super wide on this, and we can revise it on later.
Okay, so I just wanted to ask a real quick question to make sure that I'm thinking about this right. So value provided. So are you referring to us as DAO members, the value we're providing, or the DAO, what value the DAO is providing to the protocol, or what value the protocol itself is providing?
I would say yes, minus maybe what the protocol specifically is providing, but I think that's all wrapped into one. I would bump up a level of abstraction, right? So it can be what you provide to the DAO, but it can also be what the DAO provides specifically. But it's a mission statement, right? So it's more about like what the DAO as an entity will kind of put out into the world, and also what it will do for the members inside.
Okay, all right.
So again, don't kind of edit yourself, just kind of go really wide and go from there. So I'll put another 5 minutes down. Looks like everyone's already started. Awesome.
It's fluid.
Now I kind of wish I had the premium version because you can play music while this happens.
Next time, just tell me and I make the link for us.
Oh, do you have a premium Miro?
Oh, Miro? No, I thought you were talking about Google. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. No, it actually is a built-in thing in Miro to fill the ambient silence. Okay. About another minute and a half. All right, how awful is that alarm for you guys? Is that okay? So? Okay. I'll try to get
It was shocking, but we'll get over it.
All right, cool. All right, Jill, if you want to finish that thought, go ahead. But I'll describe kind of the next session.
No, that's good.
So what is done to provide that value? So what are ways that or things that we do to help realize that value? So for instance, holding a workshop like this kind of provides more clarity on what we're doing, right? Does anybody need any other examples or feel pretty comfortable about the idea of kind of what's done to provide value?
No, I think it's okay. I understand.
Okay, we'll just do another 5 minutes.
Else? Yeah.
I see Dale nodding his head. I see Angela already working.
Yeah, it's already getting busy. Little bugs on the board.
Cool. Let's see if I can change this alarm to something way less ridiculous.
Like with the stuff that doesn't really exist, I just write it doesn't exist yet, right?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I think that where we are currently as a DAO, I think there are going to be things that don't exist that you're kind of promising. And so it's not necessarily like what is the current state, but what is the sort of mission that we are going to fulfill. So I think that's totally fine.
Okay.
About another minute and a half. Right, about 10 seconds. Go ahead and finish the one you're working on. Awesome. So the next piece should also be as equally easy, maybe at first, as who we are. But who do we serve? So who are we doing this for? And I will just not put a timer on this and allow this to just be an exhaustive list. So that can be individuals, it could be organizations, it can be types of people, it could be professions, however you kind of see answering that question. All right. Let's try to read through some of these, see if anything's missing. I think this who we serve thing, though, is something that will get bigger or more specific in the future. Because we don't have necessarily a niche, and definitely not everything that's done with Unlock can be done. Yeah.
Alex,
Yep.
maybe it gets more narrow, because
It also could do that too. Yeah.
yeah, we had this discussion yesterday at the working group, right? That
Mhm.
Unlock Labs is already, trying to do the wide area of everyone, right? And maybe the DAO can focus a little bit more to, streamline communication a little bit stronger than Unlock Labs can maybe even do it. It's an idea, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or
Angela?
I think too, we
Oh,
could, yeah, because I'm not sure. I feel like as Unlock grows, the DAO and labs shouldn't be seen so separate. If anything, the DAO should actually look for ways to like take on things that the labs does, because that's like where we'd have more growth. So maybe what the idea would be is actually just having like working groups that focus on different groups of people we serve versus like the DAO itself. Because just like I just don't feel like the DAO niching into only serving certain kinds of like on-chain builders is smart long term versus maybe just being like, okay, here are all the verticals, and we're just going to build out these two first, and then as we get more contributors, we can like build out the rest.
Yeah, I sort of lean towards that. In that, really, we'll end up focusing on the things that matter most, automatically, because we'll have the people who are interested in those things there and available, right? And they're going to be there because that's who's using the protocol currently most. So that sort of like helps us focus on the right things first, I guess, just as sort of a natural progression. We won't have enough members for a working group in a particular segment if people aren't necessarily using it for that segment much right away. But that doesn't mean it can't be grown out over time. But yeah, I agree with the like narrowing it in terms of, as a place to start.
Yeah. I agree with that. I see it as kind of providing access and discoverability. And then from there, these sort of working groups or experiments or kind of niche things that just kind of get iterated and built up over time. So I think it does both simultaneously. But to your point, if there's not enough people to build working groups, and all these things, like we need the people too. So
I agree, especially being that I literally just sent Stella a direct message earlier today about wanting to lead up. If you can't tell, I'm kind of focusing on creators and started doing a lot of the retweets and trying to find the creator aspect and how we can really use Unlock to be able to appeal to those people and show them that you don't have to spend all that money middlemen, versus also the other thing that I think it can be used for is very much as an AI person, very much the opposite of that, and getting creators to use it as a way to protect themselves and token gate their content, and then it can't be trained on AI without them paying for it in some form or another. So kind of looking at those areas. So definitely feel that vibe. I think that's a focused area too. So I see where Stella was coming from, like a niche aspect, but I like where this is going.
Couldn't agree more with everyone. My God, this is a boring workshop. Everyone just agrees. Alex, what are you doing?
It'll get probably more exciting. I just sent another invite too, by the way, for the next hour, since this ends soon. But before it ends, let's see if we can just set it up and plan. So let's take the rest of the hour. So that's only 8 minutes, right? To fill out what those we serve achieve. And then maybe like a 10-minute break, 15-minute break. What do you guys think? What do you guys need? 5 minute, no minute?
Nothing.
Angela, Lana, Danny, any break time?
Yeah,
Okay.
like 5 minutes to grab another cup of coffee.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Okay, so yeah, so take your time, fill us out. The meeting will shut off, and we'll come back at, let's say, like 7 after the hour, so everyone can grab coffee and finish their like last minute notes and stuff before they go do that. So, who wants to kind of tackle what they feel, what those we serve achieve means? If not, I can expound upon what I think that is.
Sorry, wait, Alex, also, where did you share the new meeting link?
I just sent another email or another invite through Google.
Oh, got it.
Did I put you in there? Yes, you are. Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Hella over here just creating things so efficiently. Clearly, a user better than me.
Okay, so that question that I asked, thinking about how others might encounter Unlocked DAO and what you would like others to see or view the DAO as, is a prompt essentially to kind of help you fill this out. So what do we want people to be able to do by the services we provide, like, and the things that we enable them to be able to do? And that can be super broad, right? It could be both sides. It could be something as like super capitalist as being able to have open market ticketing and trade. Like, whatever you feel needs to be in there. Don't, censor or edit yourself. Does that all make sense? It could also be something more conceptual. It could be about empowering access and control. So however you're viewing this, just go ahead and write it down. And then I will see you in the next meeting.